Hello world, I'm an average Joe and I play games, and welcome to Destiny Deconstructed, where I break down the technical aspects of the game. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Kellbreaker's Gloves, more specifically the Ether Claw ability of the Kellbreaker's Gloves. So what this perk does is it gives you a chance to generate orbs when you are killing fallen enemies with a melee attack. So what I did is I literally ran around and I punched 100 different fallen enemies to death. And I counted the number of orbs that I generated as I was running around and punching these enemies to death. And after having a very, very sore palm from face palming these guys, with the little warlock melee, I was able to generate 14 orbs in those 100 enemies. So we can extrapolate from there that about 14% of the time, or about 1 out of every 7 enemies that you bludgeon to death, using the Kellbreaker's Gloves will generate you an orb. So the question is this worth it? Because with the advent of etheric light, you don't have to use these gloves if you don't want to. You can take any legendary glove and you can upgrade it to light level 42 and use that instead. So is the Ether Claw perk something that you actively want to have as, part of your loadout? In my personal opinion, it's not really worth it. That's because you think about, particularly in high level play, how many enemies you melee to death. You have to get the kill with the melee. How many enemies do you melee to death in a single activity? So let's take Prison of Elders. So you're playing through Prison of Elders. Only one out of every 4 of the encounters in Prison of Elders you actually fight Fallen. So right there you've reduced the amount of enemies that this will actually be active on. And then on top of that, are you going to melee 7 enemies in those fallen encounters in Prison of Elders? If you are, you can expect to generate 1 extra orb. Is that really worth it? Nah, probably not. If you want a melee-oriented orb generation build, be sure to check out my review of the No Backup Plans gloves for Titans, because you can generate a ton more orbs using the No Backup Plans than you can using the Kellbreaker's Gloves. I would also say that the Dark Below raid gloves from Crota's End are better than the Kellbreaker's Gloves, because the Crota's End raid gloves gives you orbs every time that you get a precision shot on a hive enemy. And you will get many more precision shots than you will being up in people's face and meleeing people, because you just don't do that in high level play. It exposes you too much and you're just going to get taken down, unless of course again you're having an overshield like you do with the No Backup Plans. Well, there you guys have it. That is a review of the Kellbreaker's Gloves, the Ether Claw perk. I don't think that it's worth specifically seeking it out, but if it's something that you want to add in, it may be a nice to have. You may generate 1 extra orb over the course of an activity or event. But other than that, it is not something that you actively want to seek out to include as part of your loadout. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Tell me what your thoughts are on this particular perk, if you run it and if you have success with it. And also follow me on Twitter, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we will see you in the next game.